Well, Sláinte, hey, do buckaroos, how the heck are you? I am Tom, the Martini Whisperer. For the purposes of this video, take a little pause for the cause. Got some local music playing, some bands that allowed me to play their music. The first song you're hearing is a song called Virginia from a local band called Jalopy. One of the members of the band is Brandon Moore, who's a local distiller in town for Tiaki. Anyways, I like to support local as much as possible, whether it's whiskey, beer, or music. Y'all know me, man. Anyways, so I'm finishing this up. I actually picked this up a little over a year ago, actually. I didn't realize I had it that long until I got a phone call the other day about my knee surgery. They're checking on it's been a year since your knee surgery. How's it doing? So, totally replacement just a slightly over a year ago. I'm doing great. What was funny is all the problems that she mentioned that people have. I have none of those. My knee is healed up just perfect. Anyway, Sugarland Shine. This is the Jim Tom. So this is basically an unaged rye mix. So what I did is I poured the rest of what I had. I had about 2.5 ounces left, and I made a dirty martini out of it. So olive juice, the product, the olive juice, and almond, almond stuffed olives. Oh yeah, oh yeah, baby, that's what I like. Oh yeah, martini. So does a martini have to be gin or vodka? No, martini can be anything you want. Um, but for me, there's some caveats, right? I question chocolate martinis. I question espresso martinis. Because it's a drink served straight up in a martini glass, but is it really a martini? For me, a martini's got to be the whatever the alcohol, either vermouth or dirty, and it has to be that simple. But I'm a bit of a purist, I will admit that. Stevie Newman is the next one up. Stevie Newman's a great local artist, also a member of another great local band called the Domino Kings. Ah, man, that's good. That's good, man. I don't care who you are. That's just tasty. I happen to have this Saturday and Sunday off. I don't always have both of them off, but it kind of worked that way this week. This particular pay period, I guess I should say. I do work next Saturday though, so I'm enjoying. I have this one off. I knew I'd be working the next one following the fourth. Knew that was going to go. That didn't surprise me much. I knew the feller that usually works Saturdays would want to want the after the fourth off anyway. I don't mind working on the fourth. I got to be honest with you. It's never been a particular favorite holiday of mine. Why you don't like freedom, Tom? No, that's not the part that bothers me. It's just the lighting the shit on fires thing that doesn't do anything for me. The whole celebrating just for celebration's sake doesn't do anything to me. I don't need to light shit on fire to say, "Hey, I'm an American. Look at me." That kind of thing does absolutely nothing for me. Yes, let's celebrate that we had independence, but we do have to light shit on fire and do stupid things. Apparently, we do because we're Americans, and that's what we do. We light shit on fire. We do stupid things. So no, I'm not gonna mind working that evening when I get off work, which will be before dark, before people do most of the stupid shit. I'm gonna go straight home and get out of all the stupid shit before people start lighting shit on fire. Yeah, fireworks have never done much for me, to be honest with you. Yes, again, I like the freedom thing. I can dig it. But for me, it's about the words, right? It's about the idea. It's about doing the right thing. Lighting shit on fire, I don't get it, man. Oh, I don't mind going to fireworks displays and watching them go up. Yeah, but I don't need to be the guy lighting the little things. I don't need to spend more money than I have or should spend To be able to light something, oh, hey, look at that. Ain't that pretty? Yeah. I can watch it on TV. I'm fine with it. I've never understood that mentality. Oh, let me get drunk and light something on fire. That makes absolutely no sense to me at all. Obviously, I'm not opposed to getting drunk. I just don't have to light things on fire. Anyways, I digress. But I digress, man. I like coming up with cocktails, man. I like having the ideas, doing special things for the Fourth. I want people out there celebrating. I really do. I just don't have that. I don't have that fireworks gene. I've never had that fireworks gene. That's never really. So I've enjoyed watching big displays, right? I like watching them. That have lighting little stuff on fire that I paid way too much for. Now that doesn't do a damn thing for me. Band called the Sandy is coming up next. They're actually playing tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get out to see them. Uh, they're playing at a nice venue tomorrow, and there's no cover. I would like to. Kind of depends on what else happens. They're a nice folk act. They're great to see live, though. Their stuff really translates well on disc and in here radio, but live, they are a really special act live. So I would like to get out. It's been a while since I've seen them live, so I would like to, but I don't know if I'll get it because I don't really don't. I'm trying to convince myself that I don't need to spend the money because I don't. But would like to get out and see them because it's been a while. They did a podcast episode with me just a little over a year ago. But the problem was when they did that podcast episode with me, I was still on painkillers, right? I wasn't quite there to do an in depth interview with them. So I would like to have a do over. I'll be honest with you. I would like to have a do over. I was in a lot of pain when I was having trouble coming up with the questions that are usually easy for me. It was like the fourth or fifth day after my surgery, and I didn't want to take a lot of painkillers, so I was kind of cutting back, but I was still on painkillers, but I was feeling a lot of pain. Oh man, so I knew I wasn't at my best, so I cut the interview short. So I would like to have another conversation with them because they're a great local band, and I know they've toured outside of the area as well. Uh, But I figured it was time to finish this stuff up. It's a great product. Actually, about 3 bottles of the Sugarland Shine because they had them marked down. They were trying to get. Well, it was a tourist trap. It was, and we only spent the money to be honest with you because it was kind of my last hurrah. Right? My wife and I take a little drive. Okay, it's our last shop before you go under the knife. So have as much fun as you want tonight. Well, actually, it was like 2 days for the surgery, but it was my last weekend, right? So it was the last hurrah because you can't drink before the surgery. Surgery went very well, though, extremely well. Even though the doctor said he had to do a lot of grinding, he did say it went very well. So, and I healed rather well. I healed better than they expected, to be honest. And a lot of that, to be honest with you, it was just something I don't do well, but I did was paying attention. I had my wife here to really make me focus. Right? Just do what you need to do. Just follow directions, do the exercises. See what I need to do. The exercises. Have you been up for more than 5 minutes? Make sure I was doing what I was supposed to do. But I healed uh, extremely fast. I mean, I hit the 8 week goals by 4 weeks. Went back to work a little sooner than planned, which was a mistake. Well, it wasn't a mistake. I was able to go to work, but it was a mistake because going back to work was a mistake. But anyway, that's another discussion. I let that go, man. But I put off the surgery for so long that my knee was in such bad shape I couldn't put it off anymore. Especially with the work I was doing at the time, doing all the bending, stooping, and lifting. I was just couldn't do anymore. But I healed well. Oh mercy. The Popsicle Rebels. So I added them to my local, so I called it localish. So Popsicle Rebels isn't necessarily a local band. They're actually out of Kansas City. However, the founding member is from Springfield. So that's why I included them. And Kansas City, yeah, like I said, local-ish. Popsicle Rebels is a great band, kind of somewhere between well, they're on the countryside of rockabilly. They're not rockabilly per se, but they're not, there's some rockabilly elements in this country punk band, right? It's a little country punk, a little rockabilly. They're really good though. What makes this band great, what makes Popsicle Rebels great is the components, right? You've got this guitar player that's just amazing, right? I mean, he could play any genre. You could put this guy in any genre of band, and he would be amazing. But here, doing what he does, and again, that combination of classic country and rockabilly is amazing. But you've got the singer who goes by Teardrop because of that. Who's just amazing. He can go from that three country twang to punk scream without notice. It's amazing. But it's not just that. I mean, I had a bass player, Corey Colbino, who's just amazing, man. The bass player who plays all this stuff like a punk bassist, right? He's got that punk stance, and he does some vocals as well. It's just the chemistry of the band is amazing. Everything they do, they put everything together extremely well, and live they are just amazing. You can see all those components come together when you listening to this now, everything is great. The discs are great, everything is great, but you hear them live and it goes to a whole other level. See them live a few times. Well, actually, I've seen them live three times. Yeah, trying to think. Yeah, I was thinking I saw more, but actually, it's only been three. Got to introduce them once though. That was the highlight of my life to be able to introduce that band, to go up on stage and introduce that band. I dug that a lot, man. These guys are great. They're just a great bunch of guys. Their wives are amazing. I mean, I just loved everything about the experience of meeting this band, being able to introduce them. They're just a great band. See next. I was wanting to talk more about the cocktails, but the music is distracting me. Sister Lucille's another great local act. Well, I say local act. Actually, they're a national touring act. They played a lot of Memphis dates, a lot of Florida dates. I mean, they are a national touring act. Uh, the singer Kimberly Tillis has one of the great range vocal ranges of any blues singer you've heard. But the guitar player, Jam and Jamie, this guy is just crazy good. He's one of those understated talents, right? He plays. He reminds me a lot of Richie Blackmore. Richie Blackmore played like it was just nothing. He just walked. He just played. Never looked at the guitar and played like it was effortless. And that's what Jam and Jamie reminds me of. He plays a lot like Richie Blackmore. He looks. He doesn't look. He seems rather unassuming, let's just say. But then you hear his lead, you go, "Oh my god, this guy should be doing session work for everybody because he's really that good, man." But the other band members, not to take away from everybody in that band, is amazing. But I tell you what, if Jem and Jamie wasn't tied to this location, he would be doing session work for every blues musician in the country. He is just that good. And I don't know how much you can hear, but that voice, man, Kimberly Dill. I mean, that voice, man. I know one of her idols is Reba Russell, and when I listen to her, it reminds me of the first time I saw Reba Russell back here in town 100 years ago. Wasn't that long, Reba? You're not that old, but it was a while back, man. But I can see that influence in her voice. She's just got such that strong blues voice and a lot of range. Her roots are in country, and you can kind of hear that a little bit. But boy, she's got that strong blues rock voice as well. Anyway, anyways, I digress. Since one of the reasons I've never wanted to call myself a reviewer of any kind of beer or whiskey, because I like to talk about other things. Well, we're just having a conversation. That's why we're at the pub, man. You're at the pub with the whiskey whisperer. So we're talking. We're just talking here. Anyways, I digress. So I do have one more martini inspired cocktail to have with you. So I'm gonna go grab that in a second. So bear with me. I'll be right back. So 100 years ago, well, not quite, but a lot of time ago, I came up with this cocktail. I call it a Dirty Bird. I used wild turkey rare breed, and I made it as a martini. I used wild turkey rare breed as some martini olive juice, and we called it a Dirty Bird. And then I did the same thing with some Irish whiskey, blah blah blah, which brings us to this one. And again, going back to you can do a martini with your liquor of choice. Here I'm using the Heaven's Door. There's the Park Hills Warehouse, the Cat Spring Heaven's Door at 123 even. This is in conjunction with Bob Dylan. If you're a fan, if you're not, well, you're an idiot. I get Bob Dylan's got a questionable voice. I've never alibi for the fact that he doesn't have a great voice, but what he does have is a great sound. And what he is and has always has been is one of the best lyricists of our time. Anyways, so what I did here was I used this particular whiskey with some olive juice, and it's the Heaven's Door whiskey. So, in an attempt to piss off as many people as humanly possible, day trip Tuesday. Oh, the Sandys are back. I'm calling this the Dirty Heaven. Dirty Heaven, man. There was a deal a while back, and I can't remember who did it. Now they're talking about that. Some right wing nutbag was talking about their some right wing jackass about their. You don't have sex in heaven, but then why would I want to go? What's the selling point? So anyway, the dirty heaven is what I'm calling it. Because if I can't have sex in heaven, I'd rather go someplace else, man. Is there, yeah, I don't necessarily want to go to hell, but is there a B? Is there an alternative option? What's going on in purgatory? Those Catholics seem to have something going on. I mean, at what level can we still drink and have sex and not be burned to death? Or be stuck in what evangelicals want to call heaven, Well, self-righteous, ignorant sons of bitches. I don't want to be there either. Who wants to be stuck in heaven with these people? I mean, we got assemblies of God people all over this town. Well, I don't want to be up there in heaven with them. I don't even want to be at Denny's with them. I certainly don't want to be in heaven for eternity with them. I've got family, man. I got family that goes to that church. I don't want to be stuck in eternity with these self-righteous, ignorant sons of bitches. There's got to be a level B, right? There's got to be something else. Anyway, anyway, I digress. Day Trip Tuesday. That's great tune. Day Trip Tuesday. Yeah, Springfield. Springfield, oh man, we're known for our assemblies of God. These people are batshit crazy, man. I used to make jokes that I don't know if they're a cult, but they're definitely cult adjacent. That I know folks that got out of there. So no, Tom, they're definitely a cult. You have to give them your complete financial information when you join. You have to agree to pledge a specific amount of money. Oh, it's very much cultish. Uh, Oh gosh, just say so long. Brock Hill, Barrack Hill. Got that. I want to pronounce his name wrong. He pronounced it Barrack because it looks like Brock, but he pronounced it Barrack. Barrack Hill. This guy is good, man. I've seen him several times. He did one of my at the pub shows with me. Oh man, the dude's amazing. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. The problem is he's got a very haunting voice, and most of his songs are rather depressing. It's not Whiskey Myers depressing, but it's not far from it. Right? Whiskey Myers makes you want to grab cyanide razor blades, man. Barrack Hill isn't far from that, but damn, the stuff is good. His lyrics are absolutely brilliant, and he's got that voice, man, that just haunts you. My favorite song from him is a song called "The Lost Year," where he talks about 2020, and I'm gonna try to quote it, but I might be paraphrasing slightly. But I think it starts with "I've got a bottle of whiskey that I'm not afraid to empty alone." And so, oh my god, when I heard that first line of that song, I went, "Oh damn!" Then he goes on about the thing that happened during that year, and but I've got a bottle of whiskey that I'm not afraid to empty alone. So, oh god, this guy's a genius. Damn, that's good. So here's the thing: a traditional martini is gin or vodka. But don't be afraid to get out of the box a little bit. For me, I like using whiskey in this particular. You had the olive juice, you got the same thing. So there we go. Anyways, I digress, man. Oh, God, it's great too. I forgot what's the so I've got a playlist called Local Ish is what I put on here, and I've got it on a shuffle, so I wasn't sure what would come up. And I forgot about this song. This song is amazing. Anyways, but I digress, man. I am Tom. I'm going to be the Martini Whisperer for the purposes of this video. But anyway, if you can find Heaven's Door products in your neck of the woods, the stuff is great. Let me show you the bottle one more time right in the video. This one I happened to find. I mean, I can get the product, and I can't get that product. Was the problem? I can get some of their products here in Springfield, but I couldn't find that one, which is why I bought it in Tulsa while we were there back in January. Ah, biscuits. My name is Lucille. Oh man, this song is so great. I'm embarrassed that it took me so long to figure out what the song was about. So if you're a blues fan, you know, and I knew this, and I still took me this long to figure. If you're a blues fan, you know that BB King's guitar was named Lucille. But I don't know how many times I heard this song and went, "Oh crap!" Anyway, it is just genius. This song is so brilliant. Anyway, the song starts out, "My name is Lucille and I love the king." I don't know why that wasn't a clue for me, but I heard the song like maybe a dozen times. Where, oh fuck, I'm an idiot. Cheese whiz and bacon. Anyway, I digress. But I digress, man. Oh, that's good. I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, man. All around good guy. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I might check in with you later. About 7:30 now. You might hear from me about 9 ish. We'll see how the night goes. How friendly the wife is. anyways, anyways.